on TikTok, they put up all these videos, these Google employees, Facebook employees, Twitter employees, of just their day. They're just having a day at work. They're always drinking coffee and doing these things. So here is a Google product manager, Nicole Tsai, showing what a day in her life as a Google employee is. And I think you'll understand why we're showing you this.
A day in my life working from the Google LA office. I always grab some candy from the reception before heading in. This used to be an old aircraft hangar, so the decorations hanging from the ceiling kind of looks like an aircraft flying in. Before it was a Google office, this aircraft hangar belonged to Howard Hughes, so there's tons of memorabilia. Next, I'm gonna pass by these art installations. They're a really good photo op, or you can sit in there and get some work done. I'm gonna head to the coffee shop to grab some coffee and a fruit cup since I missed breakfast, and then I'm heading over to this butterfly themed room to take my first meeting. Then I'm gonna head over to the confetti room to take my next meeting. It's so sparkly and beautiful in here. I love that a lot of our rooms are themed. Then I'm gonna grab my two favorite drinks, which is this green tea and coconut water. Next, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab some lunch. They always have pizza and a variety of different vegetables and meat. The food is always really good, and of course, everything you see in the office is free. On my way out of the cafe, I ran into a doogler, which is a dog googler, and ran into some ghosts. When they were renovating the office, there were a lot of spooky stories from the crew, so there's a whole area in the office where you can listen to them. Then I got more work done and headed over to the massage chairs to wrap up my day. Let me know what you want to see next.
As Connor just pointed out, when is this girl working? Did work enter her thought during the day? And as Phoenix said when we were watching this, you're 21, right? 22? He's joking. You're 22? That he just said this was everyone that I went to college with. He wisely dropped out of college, has a great gig over here. But this affect, this strange way that they speak, and as he said, they all got A's in high school, and then they just go to these places, and then they basically just become part of the machine. But you see, this is one of the things that Elon was complaining about when he walked in there. Why did he fire half the workforce? Because first off, most of them were working from home. He said that they were spending literally millions of dollars on lunch and no one was even eating the delicious food. But you can see they've created this very fake, very, what would you call it, like plastic world for these people, for these children. They are children who were ill-equipped to do anything. So it is very unclear to me. I don't want to make too much about this girl, but it's very unclear to me whether she ever worked. She played with the dog. She checked out Howard Hughes' old memorabilia. She had coffee. Well, you're not going to believe this one, guys. She had to make a video the other day because, yeah, she got laid off.
A day in my life getting laid off at Google. So I woke up to this really ominous text from my boss, and I honestly had no idea what it was going to be about. So I called her the minute I woke up and saw this, and she told me to check the news and my email. So I rushed downstairs to find out that I had lost access to basically everything. I couldn't log into my email or even check my calendar. I called my boss back, and we just sobbed over the phone because she was also finding out about my layoff for the first time today too. I started getting calls from a bunch of my coworkers and started finding out who else was let go on my team and some neighboring teams as well. But I think the worst part is that it seems like no one was consulted on this decision and everyone was just finding out about the layoffs at the same time. It just felt like a really bad game of Russian roulette, and there was no consistency around who was let go. It was also not performance-based, so it just felt really random. I opened up LinkedIn, which honestly was not great for my mental health. There were so many people who were in the same boat that were both equally as shocked and blindsided, but it did help me feel a little less alone. Honestly, I spent so much of the day crying that I just felt so tired from being sad and wanted to do something that would just make me feel better. Luckily, I have an annual pass, so I headed over to Disneyland because I wanted to go eat my feelings. So I started off with a cinnamon galaxy churro and then went to the teriyaki turkey leg. This is a special limited edition item for the Lunar New Year celebration at Disney California Adventure. I had some Rice Krispie, a corn dog, did some drawing, and even had another churro. I don't really know what's next for me, but I'll be vlogging my journey and posting more content about it, so feel free to follow along.
I really mean this, guys. This is genuinely psychotic. And again, as Phoenix just pointed out, this is a ton of people. Like, I'm not just taking this random girl and this is what an entire industry has been created of, an entire generation of young people. The weird way she speaks, and who could eat all that? The 2 churros. What else did she have? She had the Spanish empanada and the whatever. No one can eat that much, all right? And of course, she does it at Disney. Like, the whole thing, it's just incredible.